Good afternoon, Houston. This is attorney Anthony Push from the Push & Win Law Firm, wishing you all a safe drive home. But in the event you do get involved in an accident, you know who to call. 833-PUSH-WIN. We push, you win.
104.1 KRBE.
If you know the 3-digit extension of the phone.
All right, let's hit it.
Now time for Rule and Ryan's prank call.
All right, Special K, what do you have in store for us this morning?
Well, first of all, I appreciate everyone reaching out when they do to krbe.com/prank call requests. Now, if I haven't...
With one S or two S's?
Requests.
Because I remember it was really
requests.
specific for a while, but I can't remember which
You're
side
right.
it was.
Prank call requests.
Requests.
Yes.
Plural requests when you go to krb.com.
Requests.
Okay, go ahead.
I have received many. Some are very inappropriate and could make people lose their jobs. Or it's something about maybe their medical status and it's jarring. So if I don't get back to you, just reread what your setup was and see if it makes sense or it's going to ruin their actual life. Today, we are not ruining anyone's life, but things have been going down on 290, and Rigo is going to tell us about his wife.
So my wife probably had 2 or 3 accidents on 290. They've been very minor. This most recent one, this lady, she was driving down 290 and she got sideswiped by this lady's mirror. Scratched the van, not too bad, but my wife gets off the freeway. The lady eventually does follow my wife, and she pulls into a parking lot, and the lady says, "Oh, this is my fault." So they just exchanged information, and my wife was actually on the phone when I got back from work, and she was talking to the
adjuster.
Yeah, the adjuster. It's like, a statement. When they record you, so we're still okay, just wait for the other lady's insurance to call you. I don't know if you pretend like you're calling from the other lady's insurance, basically saying that it was my wife's fault or something just to get her going. Because I was like, man, how is it that you keep getting on accidents on 290? It's just like, well, they always hit me.
No, in all fairness, every day of my life, there's an accident on that. I mean, there's always accidents on 290.
I think we should cut her off at 290 if she keeps wrecking on there.
You've been banned from 290.
We had a request, not necessarily a request, a mention of Brooke Dakota earlier today on the show. So let's bring her in and see if she can run her off of 290. Here we go. Oh, my gosh.
Hello, this is Adrian.
Good morning. It's Brooke Dakota calling from in regards to the fender bender.
Yes.
I just wanted to see if you are satisfied with the outcome of the decision.
Yes, I have not heard back from the other insurance company yet.
And that's actually why I was calling. They were supposed to reach out to you today. Unfortunately, there's been a new development.
What is that?
Well, I wanted to confirm that it is your recollection that Miss sideswiped you.
Yes.
Because what had happened was there's some past instances that they've come to light.
Excuse me?
The wreck that you caused in 2018 on Highway 290.
Okay.
Or the truck you totaled in 2019.
What are you talking about?
I just think that you
Are
did.
you from Let me call you back, okay? I don't know that you're from
Ma'am, I'm just trying to help you here. Okay. So first of all, they're asking that you avoid 290 because it's basically like bumper cars for you out there, right?
Okay.
Okay, they can't cover the damage to the minivan, unfortunately, because you're a terrible driver.
Oh, my God.
Okay, so you understand that you intentionally swooped out at Miss there and used your minivan as a battle wagon.
Okay.
We're going to ban you from 290, first of all.
Hey, not a problem. I don't need to go on 290.
And maybe we could just have Rigo go out there and fix it himself.
I think you should, because he thinks he's very handy.
Do you know who this is?
I do.
Who do you think it is?
I think this is 104.
It is. Hey, it's Special K.
I do. Yes, Special K. Sorry, I just woke up from the kids.
Oh, goodness, don't put him in the minivan and head on down 290.
No, I'm not.
Well, as you know, Rigo set me up on this one today.
Okay, that's all good.
I'm so sorry you haven't heard about getting your van fixed.
No, okay. Well, I appreciate it.
Do you have a message for Rigo that you want to put on the air?
Oh, He can take care of the kids from now on.
All right. Can you say Special K pranked me on the Rula and Ryan show?
Special K pranked me on the Rula and Ryan show.
Yeah, you did.
There you go.
Special K can be found at krve.com/prank call requests. And that is how you can get on it. Again, if you just missed this, he wants you to reread the email you're sending him and decide for yourself, will someone's life be ruined over what I'm asking? And then rewrite the email. So Brooke Dakota and a variety of characters are standing by to help along with those prank calls, which is great. Now, this was not a prank, what's coming up next, but it felt like a joke was on us. Back in the pandemic, when many of you listening right now are in a routine that you weren't in back then because we were all home, we all broadcast from our houses.
We did a lot of Zoom
For 17
conferences.
months, we were on the air via our homes. Only Sam and Special K were here, and the rest of us were on a Zoom screen looking at each other, but on a broadcast feed talking to each other. Then we decided to throw a wrench in the game and put a guest on. It led to the most embarrassing moment in the history of the Rula and Ryan show for one person in
It must have
particular.
been so epic. And I actually missed this incident, but I was out of state watching one of my daughter's plays, and I start getting texts like, oh my God, you got to find out what's going on. Erica's having a massive meltdown.
Epic audio.
Me have a meltdown?
Yeah.
Is
The
that
most
rapid fire?
embarrassing
No.
moment on the show. You'll hear it next on the Rula and Ryan show.
For whatever reason, there's always been a stigma around mental health in our communities. Some people say that talking about your feelings makes you weak. But you know what? It doesn't make you weak. It makes you human. No matter what you're struggling with, you can call or text 988-LIFELINE to connect with a trained crisis counselor and get the resources and support you need. No judgment, no stigma, just hope. Text or call 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline day or night. 988. Hope has a new number.
One smile is great, but one smile in a community of smiles is so much better. Smile Train celebrates the cleft lip and palate community by empowering medical professionals in over 70 countries to perform essential cleft care in their local communities. Learn how Smile Train is helping the cleft lip and palate community at smiletrain.org/learn. Smile Train, changing the world one smile at a time.
Back to the Rula and Ryan show.
Okay, it's about the most embarrassing moment for you.
Of your life.
And we can
most
open up the-
embarrassing moment.
We can open up
of
the
your
phones
life.
and let people call in. And
Yeah, what was your most embarrassing
I would like
moment?
to be nice like that and open up the phones, but I feel like we're going to go on such a long tangent on this. We might have to go second break with it because the epic audio you're about to hear, which, by the way, if you want to share something with us, 713-390-KRBE. I don't know if anybody can top you.
There's plenty of people in this city that could do that.
Okay, so let me set the stage. It was 2021. It was September 17th. Hello. September 17th of 2021. The Rula and Ryan show was still broadcasting live from the house post-pandemic. I mean, in the pandemic, right? We were all still like in our homes. And the way it worked for us is we had a Zoom screen where we could see each other, and then we had a broadcast feed where y'all could hear us, right? So that's how we could do the show, and it sounded like we were all
But
together.
once the mics are on, we can't talk to each other. Like,
No.
Yeah. Like right now, I could whisper to Eric's ear because he's right next to me, or I can whisper to Sam with this little device here on next to my mic, and only Sam hears me.
So it was
But once
really
we were
like
on live from home, that
flying
was
without a
it.
net.
Yeah.
We have no ability whatsoever to know what the other one's going to do. Now, I initially missed this, so this is a treat for me.
yeah, you didn't get to hear this at all.
You get to
I
hear
was
the
out.
full glory of the embarrassment. Okay, so
You're
let
lucky.
me set the scene. We are welcoming Charlotte Flair, Ric Flair's daughter, who in her own right is a fantastic
Is a-
entertainer in the wrestling world.
Like a
14-time world
famous.
champion.
And she had been in our studio before the pandemic. She had come here in person. And Eric is a huge wrestling fan and had brought his daughters to the studio to meet Charlotte Flair. And Charlotte Flair was
Awesome.
a gem. She was a gem of a lady.
Oh, good.
When we were here together live pre-pandemic.
Yeah, we'd seen her in studio.
So as we're trying to talk to her on the Zoom /broadcast feed /from home situation, Sam is here trying to work all these different buttons. And you'd think in 2021, the connection would be great. It's just, we're all together anyway every day. Why is it hard to just add one more person in?
I think it's her Wi-Fi.
Yes.
She had spotty
It
Wi-Fi.
was Charlotte
Her
Flair's
Wi-Fi. She's probably using her phone, and then you can try and use.
So multiple times we were trying to make sure we had a good connection with Charlotte Flair. And this is
supposed
where
to-
I said to
Rula,
Eric,
this is supposed to be only like 3 minutes. I mean, this
a 3-minute segment.
because I'm like, I know people don't really care for wrestling as much as like me and maybe a certain amount of people, so I won't keep it too long.
Right.
Do it on the show, but then we had to go a couple breaks because it kept
The
falling
technical
apart.
difficulties were breaking us.
So basically, you dragged this out for the better part of an hour.
Pretty much 40 minutes
Almost
because I
40
wasn't going to
minutes.
give up.
Oh, my
I'm like,
God.
Eric was not going to give up because Eric had something he wanted to say to Charlotte. And as I have always said, when we have wrestlers in the room, Eric, this is spotlight on you because we're
none
not
of us
really
follow it.
This is your world, and why would I have you talk about something I love when
so
I
have
could
a
do
lot
it
of
better,
pressure.
or you could do it better?
I
You know
know
what I
a lot
mean?
of people are listening, and you'll hear me get nervous. I'm taking my headphones off.
No. I want to see this.
If you're just tuning in, it's the most embarrassing audio
Gonna wanna
probably in the
hear it
history
for
of the
sure.
Rule and Ryan show. And this is where I throw it to Eric to tell him, Eric, Charlotte's on with us. You have the floor.
This is our third
Go ahead
time
and
with
talk
her.
to her. The
This-
third
so
attempt.
This is the third
attempt of talking to her.
2 other failed attempts.
Yes.
Okay. Here we go.
Sorry, hold on.
Oh, we're having a 4th attempt.
I know, right? I'm sorry. Here we go.
Just one thing I wanted to say to you because we met 2 years ago, and I just want to at least get this out there before technology probably will screw us up here again, and I'll be throwing chairs. But it meant a lot to my daughter. I brought her to the studio to meet you, and you were just the nicest person in the world. You took time to talk to her, make her feel like $1 million. She talks about you all the time. She just thinks you're the best person in the world, and I just wanted to say
Hello?
yeah. There she is. I just want to say thank you, Charlotte, for being such a great talent because you were there for my daughter when she came in the studio.
Hello?
And this is just awkward. I'm just going to just leave. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to talk to her off the air because I got her phone number.
So we can hear you.
I'm just speaking my mind here. No more. I'm done.
Charlotte, can you hear me?
Kevin, stop poking the bear.
I'm back. Can you hear me?
No.
Yes, we can.
Kevin, what are you doing? Kevin is screwing with us.
Are we on the air or is this a raw feed? I mean, what is happening right now?
I'm going to go start drinking.
I think our boss just turned her car into a wall.
I wish I was in front of that wall.
I was just talking and nobody was there.
But you can hear me now, right? See, I was spilling my guts out to you, Charlotte.
I can hear you guys fine.
I was telling you how much my daughter, how much time
Oh, no.
how much you meant to her. No, it did mean a lot when you were in the studio. You took time to talk with my daughter, and I just want to tell you that it meant a lot to us because you didn't have to do that. So thank you so much for just being you.
Oh, of course. No. It's my pleasure.
No,
That's part of what we do.
because I know she plays. If you're watching WWE.
That's
She
enough. I
can
don't
be
want
the
to
bad guy right now, Rula.
He can't handle it anymore. Just turn it
Keep it
off.
going.
That
Keep
was-
it going.
No, because after that, she was connected in.
Okay.
But that is the worst because you could tell, you could feel it. And in radio, the way, listen, we've been doing this show
I
for
know
a
it
long
was helping me
time.
out because Rilla doesn't know wrestling, and I'm like,
And
there's
I
nobody
couldn't
to
pick
help
it up.
me.
I couldn't pick
But
it
I
up.
can
And
hear your
Eric and I could
nervousness.
tell. Hold on, Ryan. Eric and I could tell while, and you could hear it when he gulps.
Yes.
When,
I'm like,
right?
when
Eric
you get
gets
nervous, I've
he
known you
gulps.
for a long time. You,
And, and Eric and I could tell that when he was gulping, like he was like, oh God, is she even hearing what I'm saying to her? But he had to keep going with it because we were on stream and we couldn't talk to each other. And let's say when he's dying on the vine, he might like pass me a piece of paper or something or point to
me.
something
Help
to
me.
say
SOS.
something like pick this up from here and I could help him, but I had nothing.
Kevin there to help
and
me
I
out.
wasn't, and Kevin was here, but he was just poking the bear.
Made it worse.
Can you hear me?
I mean, I was thinking, okay, maybe y'all's satellite mics are not feeding her, but my in studio mic
Right.
was feeding her,
That wasn't working either.
and I think that nothing was.
So the
Nothing
problem was
was
on
being
her end.
heard.
But Eric, I've known you for 25
was
years,
great.
and when you get nervous, you start. You lick your lips or you gulp a little
Sound
bit.
like you had like peanut butter in your mouth, like trying to swallow.
And you get really nervous. And I
Try
could hear the
Tuesday.
frustration, the bubbling over.
Because even there's no cough buttons
Hello.
at home.
Hello.
Hello?
Oh Lord, and the famous hello.
I dread the day she wants to come back on someday because then I know that.
Oh, we'll play this for her. Oh, we'll absolutely play
I mean,
this for her.
everybody's had some pretty embarrassing moments, but I feel like, would you
Hello?
agree that's the most embarrassing thing that's happened on the show?
I don't know.
No. We've had some pretty embarrassing things.
We had one recently, didn't we?
I think we did.
What was the most embarrassing recent?
More embarrassing than that was we got a telephone call, and it was.
Oh, here you go.
singing-
Happy birthday
Oh.
to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, my sweet love. Happy birthday to you.
When Ryan's
Yeah.
girlfriend called in.
Yeah, he's trying to make me nervous or something. He's such a jerk.
Or something.
I don't know what he's doing. Because you sandbagged me. I didn't know that was coming through.
I know.
I mean,
is it sandbagging or is it just a nice surprise?
It's nice. I mean, it was absolutely. It was a loving gesture. It was very sweet.
With your face, you like.
I was like, oh, Kevin, you set me up.
But I don't understand. That's not a setup.
No,
That's just like, oh, it's a nice surprise. It's my birthday, and the
It
person I'm
was.
dating
It was
is
very
calling.
sweet, and I was stunned silent for a moment.
Ryan
and I handled it badly.
Ryan hadn't had his girlfriend on ever, and we even talked about it.
We're talking about
So
her having a girlfriend, yeah.
I know her, and so we talked. And we were like, all right, we'll get you on so you can help celebrate his birthday.
See, I didn't know it was going to happen right there at that segment.
So,
and you were so embarrassed.
Now,
I wasn't embarrassed.
You were, Ryan, because
it's not
you
embarrassed.
If
I was
I
just
had
like,
taken a picture of your face, you were
I was
like,
just mad at Kevin
what is
because
happening right now?
he didn't give me a heads up.
And then
That's
she
all.
said she loves you.
Silent. I've never
Yeah.
seen a grown man blush that hard.
It's crazy. Here it is.
Happy birthday to you.
Beautiful voice, though.
Happy birthday, my sweet love. Happy birthday to you.
And I've known you for 25 years also, and I know when you're
He's gulping.
And he was
I was not gulping.
You got so quiet, and then
she said, I love you.
And
And
what'd you say?
Hello?
Cool.
Hello? There you go.
I did not say cool.
You said,
I love you too.
love you.
too.
Stop it. What's amazing is, I mean, like, okay, so she is actually an engineer and went to Mines University, which is like a.
I thought it was Mimes. I thought he went to the school in
Mines.
France.
Like, it was just this amazing.
the Mayans? Who told us
Mines,
in 2012
Mines. So it's like a very prestigious university, and she's this, like, genius engineer.
And what the hell is she doing with you? She's so smart.
Actually, I know. I ask myself that every day.
Radio people.
Now I ask her too that we talk.
Oh Lord, this is a dangerous road we're heading now.
I know.
Kevin's got an inside track to my life.
I do.
This makes me nervous. He knows far too
Ryan
much
doesn't-
about my personal life now.
Ryan doesn't
She's
like
so
it when we know
she's so
things.
sweet. Shout out to Jen.
Yeah.
Good talking to you, boo.
Don't trust Jen. Don't trust Kevin. Okay.
Somebody said on text regarding the Charlotte. Somebody said on text regarding the Charlotte Flair audio, and I quote:
Hello?
I remember hearing this happen live, and I was all in caps, dying.
That day we probably had people listening for a long time just to see how it's a train wreck.
How
Like, you
long
know,
would
it's-
Eric stay on that train that was wrecking?
Did you throw anything or break anything that day? Because you get.
He wanted to.
Yeah, I mean,
was
you
at
know,
his
Eric
house.
is really kind of even keel most of the time, but he's the type of person where he bottles up his emotions, and when he gets to that boiling point, all hell breaks loose.
Hello?
Oh no, that's like PTSD right there when I hear that. No, I just was disappointed in myself.
Just disappointed.
Because as a producer, that's the worst thing.
But it's not
you
your
can't
fault.
control that
But
because
it
it was a
ended up probably being
technology fail.
But then as a producer, I know that's probably gold. Like it's so bad. Like
So
in this
bad.
world, you either want to be really bad or
So
really
bad.
good.
Well, actually, I think Sam and I are on the same page here because both of us, without saying it, we're like, he really wants to just keep trying for this.
He
and we're like,
kept
stop the
trying.
bleeding.
Yes. Oh,
she
my
can't
gosh.
hear us. He's like, let's try it again. We'll come right back from commercials. We're going to try to talk to Charlotte Flair again. I'm like, we are? She can't hear us.
But then it came. Then we could hear her. It was perfect. And then something.
During the commercial breaks, we could hear her,
That's why
and
I
she
thought
could hear us.
Kevin was maybe screwing with me.
But every time we
not
went
that
live,
time.
she could not hear us. And we're like, this is insanity. How is this
Yes.
happening?
Please abort this message.
I'm just glad that
and not do
this
it.
is a job in radio, not like we're doing it in front of people.
This is live studio.
Oh,
live.
because you see like your sweat just dripping.
I don't mind
Everyone's
that
looking
at
at you, just
all.
looking at you, going, "Well, this guy's an idiot."
Come on, we've all seen like a TV broadcast, whether it be like CNN or Fox or MSNBC or any of these networks where they have that delay where they're trying to cut to the other reporter.
Like the Middle
they're-
East, and
yeah,
it's a 2
and
seconds
they'll ask a question, and the person's just sitting there smiling like,
Because there's a delay. Yeah.
and they're like,
And they talk over
"Oh
each
yeah,
other.
that's right,"
not
and then
knowing
they
they're
start talking over each other, and it's just so uncomfortable and it's so painful. We'd have fun with that. We'd play off that.
Well, the delay is rough because by the time you hear that the delay is happening, then you both start talking. Then you both stop because you don't want to talk over each other. Then there's silence. I think years ago on the Today Show, Meredith Vieira had one of these epic fail live interviews like that where it was just so brutal to watch it because it was just the silence and go ahead. Oh, sorry.
You guys like
Go
these?
ahead.
Though, I'm just so like maybe because I watch a lot of like ESPN and sports shows, and it's cheaper for them. They don't bring the talking heads into the studio anymore.
Oh, they have them on like Zoom screens or something?
I'm just so sick of seeing Zooms. I'm so sick of seeing on TV. I don't want to see. I want to see people next to each other talking to people.
Have you ever seen Have you ever seen the meme where it shows the Brady Bunch, the intro, and like, wow, they predicted Zoom 50 years in advance?
Yeah, it's basically
okay, so to that point, Eric, I don't know what was on the other day. I guess it was a Saturday, like the Today Show Saturday, whatever they do on Saturdays. And they were doing a cooking segment with the chef. And I didn't have the volume up very high, but I was like, oh, okay, they're just cooking. But the guy was not in the studio. He was from his house. And he had set up the camera over his own range.
So over that.
And here's the problem. The guy wasn't wearing shoes.
Oh.
Because he didn't think anybody would ever see his feet.
Yeah. They somehow saw his feet?
Yes,
the camera from above.
The camera was above the range.
And no pants on
And
either.
the whole time, my volume is low. I'm in my own kitchen doing my own thing, and I keep like, does this guy have any idea that no one's paying attention to what he's cooking because we can see his feet? And thank God he was wearing socks, because if he was not wearing socks, I'd be like,
what is it with you? You have some strange aversion to feet. I don't know what it is.
I think
you see
man
a barefoot,
feet are really scary because not many men take care of their feet, and it can be really a scary place.
Eric, show a
You know what I
barefoot
mean?
to her right now.
No, I don't want to see Eric's
And my one toe, I
feet.
stubbed it like 6 weeks ago, so it's finally growing that part out that's black.
The little nail fell off.
You know when you hit it?
Yeah,
and it turns
See,
black?
nobody needs to know you had black toes. Like the black nail
Why are you
from
so
the bruising.
repulsed by feet?
Well, that is kind of rough looking.
See,
Yeah, it is.
and there's like for years on the Rule and Ryan show, we have TVs in the studio, and for years there was a high rotation of a vein surgery place.
Oh,
where
yeah.
we would watch. We just are looking at each other, but in the side there was like these horrible looking surgery pictures coming up, and the most
Veins.
recent was like this toe guy who was like, if you have like black rotten bruised toenails, and I'm like,
Eric, what you can do, because when I dropped a piece of metal on my toe and I had something like that happen, for maybe 6 months, I had to use skin tone nail
to
polish.
color it?
Yes, I remember this.
What, you're polishing your toenail to hide it?
It was
And
so
your finger
unsightly.
too. One time you were polishing your thumb, I think,
That's
with
true.
nude nail polish.
Nude nail polish.
Oh, my God.
I'm always beating
Because
up
you
a nail.
can't hide a bruised nail. You
No.
can't hide
It's gotta
that.
grow
It has to
out.
just grow out.
Yeah.
So anyway, yes, male feet. This chef, never did he think when he probably watched it back. That was probably his cringiness.
Not as bad as that one
He's
guy
like,
on
my
CNN.
feet.
Oh, yeah, that
Which guy on CNN?
That
Pervert.
guy, he was having a little solo time and
He got fired.
What?
yeah, ended up on
This
TV
recent?
by accident.
No, it happened during like the first 6 months into the COVID.
Yeah, he didn't know that his Zoom feed was
don't
live.
But he's
Sorry.
back
No, he's in
now.
a meeting. He was in a meeting
He was in a meeting. Is that what it was?
with a bunch of people. I guess he got bored during the meeting.
started loving himself.
Well, a lot of too
And
many
they
people
saw
saw
it.
too much nakedness behind the scenes in the Zoom, or like people on Zooms that thought their cameras were off, but their muted mic. They would walk their phone or laptop to a potty so they could just take a bathroom break real fast during the
And they
meeting.
just forgot.
And they
Well, the
don't
best-
realize that the laptop is on. Everyone can see them going.
The best is when they started doing court trials via Zoom. Your Honor, I'm not a cat.
That one's a classic.
There was some pretty
Let
good
the
ones.
record show I am not a cat.
I'm not a cat.
And by the way, a lot of people on text say, yep, there's something not right with men feet. They're the worst.
Oh,
and
come
it should be illegal for a man to wear flip-flops who doesn't take care of his toes.
Men are gross. You're right.
Feet, not so
Hello.
great. Okay, coming up next, music brings joy to a lot of people. And sometimes when you're down, like if you ever felt like you wanted to cry and you're like, I just need a good cry, and you listen to a certain song to take you over the edge to cry, this is a weird phenomenon amongst us humans. But there's a study that revealed the artists that are most likely to make you feel sad or make you feel happy or make you feel angry. And we'll talk about who from the KRV artist list is on the list next in Scoop on the Rule and Ryan Show.
Movies, music, TV, and all things Hollywood
Rula and Ryan's Celebrity Scoop.
on KRBE.
So the Taylor Swift show blew through Houston for 3 days of mania, and it was amazing. And you may have seen, if you have people in your life who had girls of all ages crying and crying from the over emotion, the feelings of, oh my God, she's finally here and I'm in here.
And the parents crying and crying because, oh my God, it just cost me $5,000.
But when you see your kid that emotional and so into something,
Yeah.
you don't
Yeah.
think of that. money.
No, you do not.
Oh, I think you think of $5,000.
Well, if you're that stupid to spend $5,000, then
Or you have the means and it didn't hurt your pockets. You know what I mean? I don't know.
You shouldn't be rich if you're that dumb to spend that much money on anything.
Well, that's
for
not
a concert.
Oh, that's not
if
true.
you had a lot of money, Eric, $5,000 is nothing to you to give your kids an experience that they'll never forget. I
of
feel
money.
like $5,000 is a giant amount of money, but the rich you're talking about, they don't care.
Yeah, well, those people could afford to have her perform in their house.
Right. You know, the average person, if you had to mortgage your house for that, yeah, it's a dumb move.
I think life it's all about
Max out your credit cards.
It's about everybody's got priorities, what they want to spend their money on.
But my point is, she brought the emotions out of people, and a lot of different artists can do that. You know, I think everybody can relate to being not in a great place, and you kind of just need like a good cry.
I mean, music is a
take you over the
companion.
edge to get you there.
It's really a soundtrack of your life. I mean, it helps you through different. You know, you can be ecstatic. Although, do you ever find that when you're sad, you tend to listen to sad music? You don't listen to upbeat music.
So what artist would that be? Well, there was a study to find out how artists make their fans feel. And in order to figure it out, they analyzed more than 200,000 posts and comments about the artist.
Wow.
So when you want to feel sad, the artist that people most listen to, this is interesting.
Adele?
Mm-hmm.
No.
That's too
Jewel. Panic at the Disco.
What?
Linkin Park. And a tie between Metallica and Nirvana.
See, when I'm angry, I listen to that kind of stuff. Like if I'm pissed
Nirvana's
off behind
sad.
the wheel, I put on some thrashing
Maybe
stuff.
the Metallica Black album. They had a couple slower
Nothing else
songs
matters.
on there.
The Unforgiven.
Unforgiven.
Yeah.
To feel angry, most likely to make their fans feel angry, not because you want to be angry. Cardi B, Megan Thee Stallion, and Kanye West.
I don't feel
Make me
angry when I
angry.
listen to that.
It's interesting.
I would say more hype. Like they hype you up. Not
Yeah, that
angry.
gets you pumped.
Yeah, Linkin Park sounds a little more angry.
Yeah, it does.
Shut up when I'm talking to you. I mean,
Oh, how about that song "Given Up"? When I'm in like rush hour and 290, I'm listening to that, and I feel like I want to take out cars.
Well, who's most likely to make their fans feel happy? Ed
Bob Marley.
Sheeran.
Bob Marley.
Yeah.
Ed Sheeran.
Your
came up.
happy's a different kind of happy, though.
Ed Sheeran is on this
Exactly.
list, even though he has a lot of down songs, but he's got some really good up ones too. But Ed Sheeran,
Okay.
and U2, and is Blackpink a K-pop group?
Yes.
K-pop,
Yeah,
Blackpink.
Ahmad is a
Ahmad, you're all
huge
about
K-pop.
Blackpink.
I love
I saw his
Blackpink.
eyes light up.
One
Most-
of the main vocalists, she's the girl that dances in The Idol. That kind of like gets the choreograph.
Oh, yeah, that's
like,
her?
She gets
Ah,
it together.
that's why that-
Yeah.
I know the
I-
camera's
sticking with that.
Yeah, she's the one that kills it. That should be the lead.
Because the camera's
But, yeah.
focused on her a lot long. I'm like, am I
Yeah.
supposed to know this girl?
Yeah.
She's from Blackpink.
She's like, don't worry, girl, you'll get it.
Yeah, exactly.
So most likely to make their fans feel happy: Blackpink, U2, Ed Sheeran.
You too.
Who's least likely to make their fans? Oh, I'm sorry, not happy. Angry. Feel angry. Who's least likely to make their fans
Least?
feel angry?
Oh.
Least likely artist to make
Taylor
their fans
Swift.
Wiz.
Kelly
feel
Clarkson.
angry. Oh yeah, that's a
Yeah,
good
Kelly's
one.
nice.
Kelly,
Kelly,
I'd throw that
yeah,
one in
you
there.
can't really picture anything mean about her.
On the
Angry.
list, Katy Perry, Ariana Grande, and Selena Gomez. Least likely to make your fans feel angry.
It's true.
Yeah,
My
they're
kids went to the
like
Ariana
bubblegum
Grande.
kind of.
Katy Perry has fun songs.
They're all happy.
Most likely to make their fans feel love. Love.
Love.
Drake.
No.
Yeah.
Katy Perry again. Dua Lipa and Demi Lovato.
Demi Lovato?
Uh-huh. Least likely to make their fans feel love, Sam, was Drake.
Drake makes me feel so loved.
I just get the feeling like if I'm buying his music, he's taking the profits and going to a booby bar.
But here's what's interesting.
Which I'm like, all right, finally somebody.
Yeah.
Get on
Dua
board.
Lipa comes up twice on this list, and if you're just tuning in, we're talking about a survey that was done where they analyzed more than 200,000 posts and comments about these artists from their fans, and they said that Dua Lipa is most likely to make you feel love, but she's also least likely
Hello.
least likely to make you feel sad. So if you want sad feeling music, don't listen to Dua Lipa, don't listen to Pink, and don't listen to Camila Cabello. You will not cry.
Is there a category like which is the most likely to turn you on?
Wait, hold on. Can I beg to differ on the sad thing? Pink has some. Yeah, Brian needs that.
Do you like tickling? That is so inappropriate.
Exactly.
Pink has some sad ones. If you ever listen to
Dear
the one
God.
about family
Yes,
portraits.
her like early albums.
Yes, about the
Her
divorce
music's
of her
sad,
parents,
yes.
and then the one about Just Give Me a Reason with Nate from Fun.
Circus? Oh,
I don't know if I know that one.
What's
Yeah,
his first
yeah,
song?
yeah, just give me a reason.
Yeah, I feel like, is that a
With the dude from
divorce
Fun?
song or is that not a
what
divorce
was that one song that made
I
everyone
don't know.
cry? Just say something or something like
Oh,
that.
yeah. Say something, I'm giving up on you.
Remember there was a video of
With
the kids
Christina Aguilera?
crying and people
Yes, that
crying?
Well, let me
Yeah.
tell you, I cried when I heard him sing it in person because he told the story behind the song.
It's about giving up on the music industry, isn't it?
He felt like, or they felt like they were not going anywhere in the music business, and they wrote this song, either poop or get off the pot. Say something, I'm giving up on you, as their music career.
So it's not really about a person, it's about giving up on music.
And then Christina Aguilera heard the song, jumped on it, and it became a worldwide sensation. And, now they're a popular group.
But I'm
They're one
sad
hit.
because I want it to be about somebody who's not making a move.
Like Bieber.
Commitment
That's
wise.
the beauty of music,
What do
though.
you mean,
You
like Bieber?
can make it a ghost.
Oh, Ghost. See? Yeah, it's about
But
a
just because
deceased
I know where
father,
you're going
not
with it, Eric.
about
I
a
almost
love.
prefer when I don't know what the lyrics mean because it's fun to interpret it the own way, your own way.
Yeah.
Maybe you're going through a breakup right now, and you relate to that song, and it feels
Your way.
like, you feel like, they're singing right to my heart. But when you know what it's about, it kind of takes away.
Final note on commentary about this topic. As Eric said, you are stupid if you spent $5,000 on a concert.
Uh-oh.
one
Says
night.
the guy who spent $14,000 on his mattress.
I'm gonna always
Yeah, you bought a bed for $14.
It's the Roulette and Ryan Show on KRP.
It lasts longer than a night.
What's going down in H-Town.
That's what I'm saying. I'm going to get 14 years out of it at 8 hours or 6 hours a night.
It's you, Eric. You're getting 6 months tops, and then Devon's getting it for 200
Yeah, he gets
bucks.
bored with things and quickly discards them.
Not a bed. This bed is awesome.
I know, it's his orthopedic bed.
It's an ergonomic, Ryan. You're making it sound like nobody's ever heard of these beds.
You're making it sound like I'm the only one in Houston that's ever had a Tempur-Pedic bed.
I
That
was
has
trying to
a-
get the anger emotion out of Eric.
Yeah, you're going to get it. I'm going to stab you with this pen over here.
Oh
You like tickle it? You like punches to the face? No.
All right, it's brought to you by
Go eat a
Dunkin'.
donut. Eric, calm down.
You have sugar in your life.
If you've got to fly or, you're worried about delays or anything, flight delays, cancellations, all those things that us Houstonians have to deal with all the time, there's actually, I was reading about this new app. It's called FlightAware.com. Now, I know every individual airline has their own way you can track things, but this is kind of cool because it covers all flights. FlightAware.com is a tool that tracks most planes all over the world, including incoming and outcoming flights through all the Houston airports. So that's something I'd like to tip you off to. The Blue Jays beat the Stros last night 3-2, and man, doesn't look good. Alvarez out after one at bat, sore right oblique, some more injuries. This has been the most injured season.
I thought we'd come back at the top of the ninth because I go, come on, we got Tucker, we got Bregman, they pop flight out, and I was like,
They left Candy,
Abreu
our
struck
catcher. They
out.
let him bat. I'm like, really? Get Diaz in there. Let somebody else do it. Nope.
Yeah, but the Stros are doing something really cool. They're celebrating LGBTQ with Pride Night, June 20th. They're going to have a pregame happy hour from 5 to 7 at the Michelob Ultra Club, along with special pregame ceremonies, and the team will have a Pride Night jersey that you can get for $25. That's what's going down in H-Town.
Okay, coming up next, I'm going to shock you guys because Ryan and I have been doing the show for a long time together, and we are like oil and water. We don't mix sometimes.
That's salad dressing.
No, it's not. I don't put water in my salad dressing.
Well, oil and vinegar.
Yeah.
But there is a quote that Ryan has said on this show that I find myself saying all the time, and it has landed on the list of modern etiquette that we should all follow in 2023.
Look at that, Ryan.
That was a trailblazer.
We shall reveal it next on the Real and Ryan Show.
When you're struggling with your mental health, the world can seem pretty heavy, like no one understands what you're feeling or you're not sure how to ask for help. But here's the real truth. You're never in this alone. 988 Lifeline's trained crisis counselors are available 24/7 to offer the help and support you need to make it through. No judgment, no stigma, just someone to listen. Text or call 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline, day or night. 988. Hope has a new number.